Larson is back again in Indiana, trying for a second straight year to complete the coveted
two of racing's biggest events. One driver with everything to prove. Kyle Larson is taking on the ultimate challenge, and what he just said after his chaotic week has everyone stunned. From a brutal crash in the All-Star race to a return to Indy with one goal, Larson just revealed how far he's willing to go. It's one of the hardest feats in motorsports, running the Indianapolis 500 and NASCAR's Coca-Cola 600 on the same day. Kyle Larson is trying it again, but this time it's different. After a wild All-Star weekend and a sudden return to Indy practice, Larson broke his silence, and what he shared reveals the pressure, determination, and stakes behind his decision. Larson is the sixth driver in history to attempt the Indy 500/NASCAR double. The goal, 1,100 miles in one day. Two of the biggest races in the world. Few have even tried. Fewer have finished. Tony Stewart did it, Kurt Busch did it, and now Larson is lining up for his shot at history. The challenge isn't just physical, it's a mental and logistical test, with tight travel windows, weather risks, and race day chaos all in play.
Fourth place at stake. Oh, no! Larson's in the wall.
Larson loose under Kyle Busch, got into him. They're both in the wall.
I don't know. It is what it is. At least we've found both ends of the spectrum. The open test, I hit it with the right front, and today I backed it. And so,
two devastating crashes, a race schedule that borders on impossible, and one driver determined to conquer it all. Kyle Larson is gambling everything to make racing history, but the road to glory might just break him first. What is he doing? No one's ever done like this before. In 2024, Larson's first shot at the double was crushed by a rain delay. He never got to start the Indy 500, leaving fans and critics wondering if he'd ever get another chance. Fast forward to 2025, and not only is he back, but he's more determined than ever. Behind the wheel of the number 17 Aero McLaren Chevrolet at Indy and the number 5 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet at Charlotte, Larson is chasing a goal only a few have dared to try, and even fewer have completed. His mission began at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, with intense practice and qualifying sessions that left no room for error. But during the critical Fast Friday session just before qualifying, Larson's car lost grip in Turn 3. It slammed nose first into the wall, then spun into Turn 4. It was a heavy crash, and for a moment it looked like the dream might be over before it even began. But in true Larson fashion, he climbed out uninjured and unfazed.
Back at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, this is the reason that we are under caution. No cars out on track at the moment. Pretty nasty impact for Kyle Larson, and Kevin is standing by with him.
This wasn't even his first crash of the season at Indy. A few weeks earlier, during an open test on April 24th, another incident sent his car into the outside wall in Turn 1. That crash was linked to a miscue with the weight jacker, a tool used to adjust the car's handling mid-lap. Still, both times Larson got back up. He wasn't rattled. He wasn't making excuses. He was just getting back to work, and that's what sets Larson apart. After the Fast Friday crash, he faced the media and made it clear this wasn't going to stop him.
You see me crash all the time, so I don't think it usually affects me.
He said, brushing off the incident like it was just another Tuesday. He even seemed relieved that the high speeds didn't shake him.
So I'm happy that the speed didn't really scare me or anything like that.
The pressure at Indy isn't like anything else. It's not just about nailing the perfect line or pushing the car to its limits. It's about doing it with the eyes of the world on you. Every practice lap, every pit stop, every slip up is magnified. For Larson, this meant navigating not just the track, but the expectation that he could actually pull this off. That kind of psychological weight can crack even the most seasoned drivers. Yet somehow, Larson thrives under it. But it wasn't just crashes he had to worry about. His commitment to the Indy 500 meant skipping key events in NASCAR. While other drivers were dialing in their setups for the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro Speedway, Larson was hundreds of miles away, locked in at Indy. He missed Friday practice and Saturday's heat races. Hendrick Motorsports had to call in Justin Allgaier to take his place during the build-up. If things went wrong, Allgaier was even lined up to run the All-Star race itself.
Yeah, I think just always for me, and I definitely for Rick and Hendrick Motorsports, I think no matter through this whole experience, especially this year, Cup should be the priority. So yeah, I mean, I just assume, we're going to run the All-Star race no matter what. So hopefully, we run into that predicament because that means our car's fast. And two, I mean, yes, it'd be extremely nice to go for the pole Indianapolis 500, but at the same time, it's hard to turn down an opportunity race for $1 million. So yeah, it's like I said, I hope we're in that predicament.
Still, Larson wasn't backing out. He planned to fly in just in time for the All-Star race on Sunday night, starting from the rear of the field. No practice, no warm-up, just Larson doing what he does best, taking big risks with bigger payoffs. What makes this story even more captivating is how Larson manages the physical toll. These aren't quick sprints. The Indy 500 and Coke 600 are grueling endurance battles. You're talking hours in the cockpit. Before he could focus on Indy, Larson had business at North Wilkesboro for NASCAR's All-Star race. He missed qualifying due to Indy 500 obligations and started last, but he was quick to climb the ranks. After a 2-tire stop on lap 178, he surged to third place. Then disaster struck on lap 214. Larson got loose coming into the corner and hit the wall hard, ending his race early in 21st, 3 laps down. We were running third after taking 2 tires, was just starting to rip the top really fast and got loose in and smashed the wall, ended our race. Soon after, Larson was at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He returned to full field practice, logging crucial laps to prepare for the Indy 500. Unlike last year, this time he has more time to focus, with no travel scramble between qualifying and race day. Larson completed 82 laps, hitting a top speed of 222.056 miles per hour, good for 11th fastest in the session. He said his car felt decent and that they were using practice to get more racy. I thought it was decent. I feel like when you're out there, everybody kind of looks pretty similar. Yeah, just try to get a little racy at times to learn a little bit for the race. He also commented on how much the car changes during a run, comparing this year's balance shifts to last year's setup. Balance definitely feels a little different than last year. There's more of a balance shift throughout the run that I remember having. Earlier in practice week, Larson dodged a major crash when Christian Rasmussen spun out in front of him. Keeping calm and navigating cleanly through the incident showed Larson's poise and sharp reflexes, a trait that could be key on race day. He's already been in a crash, flown across states, and dodged another wreck, yet Kyle Larson isn't slowing down. As the double draws closer, the pressure is rising. But if you think he's backing off now, think again. While he's fully committed to Indy, Larson has made it clear NASCAR remains his top priority. He confirmed he'll leave Indy early if needed to make it to Charlotte in time for the Coca-Cola 600. 2013 Indy 500 winner Tony Kanaan is on standby to take over if Larson can't finish Indy. If Larson needs to depart before the race, Kanaan would take over his car and start 33rd. It's a backup plan that proves how complex this double-duty effort really is. Following penalties to Team Penske drivers Joseph Newgarden and Will Power for unapproved modifications, Larson moved up from 21st to 19th in the starting grid. He commented briefly, saying he tries not to get involved in situations that don't affect his team. It doesn't affect me and our team, so I don't really get too involved when it's other teams. When questioned if the penalized Team Penske cars would remain competitive, Larson responded confidently, "Did you guys see Joseph out there today? He'll be just fine," referring to Newgarden's practice speed of 225.597 miles per hour, 8th fastest in the session. Reflecting on the All-Star race, Larson praised North Wilkesboro as one of NASCAR's best short tracks. That's by far the best short track we have in NASCAR. At Indy, he expressed excitement about the challenge ahead and noted how much learning still happens even during practice. Balance shifts, tire wear, drafting, it's all part of the learning curve. Larson's game plan for the Indy 500 is clear. Stay consistent, avoid mistakes, and execute clean restarts and pit stops. Last year, a poor restart dropped him back early, but he recovered. This year, he knows that experience counts. I had that horrendous restart last year. I think I fell back to close to where I'm starting. We were able to get closer to the front by the 3/4 point of the race. Only a handful of drivers have ever run both races on the same day. Even fewer completed them. Last year, Larson finished 18th at the Indianapolis 500, but a 4-hour rain delay forced him to miss the start of the NASCAR Cup race in Charlotte. By the time he arrived, rain had stopped the race and he didn't get to drive. Larson is chasing history. Only Tony Stewart in 2001 has successfully completed all 1,100 miles, finishing 6th at Indy and 3rd in the Cup race. If weather, traffic, or fatigue steps in, it could throw everything off. But if things go right, Larson could finish both races and cement his place in racing history. With Hendrick Motorsports behind him and Arrow McLaren in his corner, he has the tools to pull it off. Can Kyle Larson pull off the ultimate double? Will he make it through 1,100 miles in a single day? Watch closely this Sunday, May 25th, and tell us in the comments what you think will happen. And if you want more exclusive racing stories, don't forget to subscribe.